Well, first up, I'd like to welcome you to this slightly experimental after action report of my playing of the scenario ap23 Agony at Arnautovo against Alessandro as part of the virtual ASL tournament run by Spencer and Co. I'll count zero, I can't remember what his real name is. This is a slightly strange scenario which I've been looking forward to play for a while. It features boards 41 and 43, which I don't know if you know, 41 is fairly open, 43 is a hilly village board taking place in winter, so there's ground snow everywhere. Elite force of Italians defend the village. They have 5 squads, an anti-tank gun and 2 artillery pieces, with a heavy machine gun and 2 leaders against an attacking force of 12 Russian squads supported by 2 T-34s. The task is for the Russians to seize the village and then defend it against the Italian reinforcements of 10 elite squads, a 10-2, an 8-1, a 7-0 and a hero. The Russians do get some reinforcements in the shape of 5 partisan squads who can come in from the side to help defend it. So it features both sides having an opportunity to attack, which is relatively rare in ASL scenarios. It of course comes from the Few Returned action pack done by Mark Bitkovich. I'd been looking forward to playing this for a while because it looks an interesting scenario. I got Alessandro's setup, and from the looks of it, he decided to defend the area around the I think it's the west of the village strongly, with only 2 possible units set up south of the V5 AA5 road. I then had to make my first decision, which was how many units to set up on board 41 and how many to bring on the north side of board 43 on turn 1, I think it is. No, on turn 2. So obviously it's useful to be able to split his defence. However, giving up to 5 squads, giving away a full turn's movement is quite expensive. However, when you realise that the action is really going to take place towards the back of the board, that turn's movement is probably worthwhile, because with the hill masses and the buildings, it's very slow moving up there onto the hill masses. For instance, to go from BB0 to BB1 costs 3 movement points, to BB2 would cost another 3 movement points. So as a result, you're going to be very slow advancing there. Accordingly, I set up my forces as shown in the following picture. As you can see from this setup, my intention is to armoured assault into the village, with the heavy medium machine gun being moved slowly, ever so slowly forwards on the right hand side of the Y1 road. From the expanded stack, you can see that I have 3 elite squads stacked with the 9-1 and 3 normal squads with the 8-0. The elite squads are to move up over the hill, the normal squads to take the buildings X1, X2. Turn 1 saw me move fairly securely up to AA2 with the tank and the elite squads, where the normal squads just moved up to Y2. I didn't wish to go any further forwards on the grounds that the units in 41X6 could easily be the heavy machine gun, and I wish to engage them from Y2 with the tank and from X2 with the infantry. I suspected that the units in W3 were dummies, as were probably Z4, but given the length of time I had, I did not feel I needed to take any major risks with those units. The medium machine gun slowly moved forwards to occupy X10 by the end of the turn.